Hey guys, good morning. It's Becky Bamboo. Today is Thursday, September 6th, 2012. Let's see. I am, 9 days postpartum, I think. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, yeah. 9 days postpartum. So this little one is a week and 2 days old. Let's see. He's sleeping. He loves to sleep with his hand by his face, just like that. Such a weirdo. So yeah, 9 days postpartum. Things have been going really well here. Been very pleased, actually. Okay, so we took Zeek for his 1 week checkup on Tuesday, and everything looks great. Circumcision is healed. His umbilical cord was just hanging by a thread, so they pulled it off and kind of put some silver nitrate on it to finish drying out the very deep inside of it, which today it's looking really good. So as soon as that finishes drying up and kind of crusting off, we can give him a bath. Until then we have to keep doing like a sponge bath, which he doesn't seem to mind. He loves to get his hair washed. If you put his hair under the sink, under the faucet, he just like relaxes, and he loves to get his head washed. The rest of him, he gets kind of mad if he gets cold, which I would get mad if I was cold and naked too. So you just gotta try to keep him covered as you go. But everything else with his checkup went good. He's already, as of Tuesday, he's back up over his birth weight. He was 6 pounds 4 ounces at birth, and he was 6 pounds even when we left the hospital on Thursday. Friday, when we went for a checkup, he was back up to 6 pounds 1 ounce. And then Tuesday, at his 1 week, he was 6 pounds 5.5 ounces. So he is growing. He's eating more and more and more, which is good. Yesterday was kind of a fussier day. He kind of fussed a lot throughout the day, but it seemed like he had a pretty good night. I got a break last night. My hubby was wonderful to me and kind of took the night shift for me. Up until last night, I had pretty well done most of like the night feedings and night diaper changes, and so he did them last night, and it was nice to have a night off and like just kind of sleep. So I love him for that. I love him for a lot of things he's doing around here. Adjusting to having a new baby in the house. It's different. I'm still very like hormonal and emotional, and like I just cry for no damn reason. Every time I look at him and I think about things in the future, I'm just crying. And I guess that's okay. It's getting better though. My animals, I have 2 cats and a dog, and people are always wanting to know how do your animals adjust? They've actually done really well. First couple of days, the cats were kind of like, what is this? And kind of keeping their distance. More and more now, like they'll get up in his face and sniff at him. The dog is hilarious. If you ask him where his baby's at or where baby Zeke's at, he goes and looks for the baby, and he'll get up in his face and sniff and make sure that he's okay. If one of the cats is like kind of milling around and you want him to get away from the baby and you yell at him, the dog will like chase him off because he's like protecting him. So it's pretty interesting to watch the dynamic of them all. But I have to say, like, they've done way better with it than I expected. They all kind of have just like accepted the fact that this thing is with us from now on, and we try to make sure we're giving everybody attention still. I think that's probably a lot of it, is you need to make sure you give your animals love too. And it is difficult when you've got such a cute little thing like this in your arms, and but we're trying really hard. So what else is going on with us being at home? I decided I'm taking a full 8 weeks off work. I have 6 weeks paid of maternity leave, and then I'm going to take 2 weeks of vacation on the end of it, mainly because I don't feel like going back to work till after my birthday, which is at the end of October. So, and I've already realized that it's going to be very hard to acclimate to going back to work and leaving this guy with somebody else. I find that even with my husband, I want to do it all. Like I want to always have my hands on him, and I have to get better at that for sure. That must be like a mom thing or whatever. I guess, you've had that inside of you for 8, 9 months, and so it's really like, it's kind of like it's odd that it's not there anymore. So it's like, I feel like I want my hands on him a lot, just because I don't know if I miss that connection or what. I mean, how can you not want your hands on that, though? It's so precious. He's so precious. So we go back to the doctor next week on Tuesday, just for a weight check, and then we will go back again a couple weeks after that for a 1-month follow-up. And I think at that time, I'm assuming he's going to get some more vaccinations and things along those lines. But, yeah, I'm really happy. He's just, we've all adjusted pretty well. We have actually been able to sleep through most of the nights. We had one night, the Friday night after we came home, where we were up all night. But then everything else, it's pretty well, like, he's eating about every 4 hours through the night. So you always get a nice stretch in there where you don't have to be up and he's sleeping. But that kind of varies depending on when he gets a wet diaper. He will get fussy when his diaper gets wet. And so you might put him down, and then 2 hours later have to get up and change a diaper, and then put him right back down, and then a couple hours later have to feed him. Which is really not so bad, because the time you're up to change a diaper is pretty small. Like, you're not really doing much. So, yeah, it's nice. Like, even when you're up at night, you still feel like you're getting a decent amount of rest. Though I will say, the nights that I take, I do feel like during the day I could use a nap. I think some of that's related to just the up and down, and some of it's just related to my body still recovering from giving birth. And you don't think about it necessarily all the time right after you give birth, because you feel pretty good for the most part, but your body went through a lot, and it's changing a lot, and it definitely it wears on you. It does. Like, I physically get worn out still. So I will say, I had my hypertension issues before Zeke was born, and which is why I was induced at 38 weeks, and delivery was definitely rough because of hypertension and various issues, and but we got him here, and he has been healthy since he got here, which is good. And my hypertension went away like the next day, which is weird. I immediately felt so much better like the next day. So I didn't even realize how bad I really felt at the end of my pregnancy until now, until like I don't feel that way anymore, and I'm like, wow, I'm impressed with myself that I got through as much as I did with working up until the end and everything else, because I really was feeling pretty crappy. But I think it's just like a progressive, like I've progressively felt crappier, so it wasn't like a all of a sudden thing like what it was at the end when I all of a sudden felt better, which is why I probably made it. But yeah, I realize now how worn down and like a mess my body was being pregnant at the end. So, weight wise, let's see. I weighed when I got home. I weighed Friday after being home, and I was down 10 pounds on Friday, and then I weighed again Monday. I weighed again Monday, and I had lost another 12, so I was down 22 pounds as of Monday, and then I went ahead and weighed Tuesday, which would have been my 1 week postpartum, and I was down 2 more. So I haven't gotten on the scale since then, but as of Tuesday of this week, I was down 24 pounds of the 30 that I gained, which is pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. I have not been eating great, for sure. Just trying to adjust everything. We've not done too well with that, but not my pouch. I have a lot more restriction again, which is very weird. It's like I went from huge pouch to restrictive pouch, and it's kind of hard to get used to. But it's a nice thing too, because I definitely missed having restriction, for for sure. What else? Oh, so even though I've lost most of what I gained, my body shape is completely different. My lower belly has always been big, but I feel like there's so much more skin and everything there now. I don't know if that's really where I stretched out weird, or if there's just still water weight there, or if it's just from my uterus is not, it's still shrinking down and it takes a full 6 weeks for that to happen, and I don't know. But most of my pre-pregnancy tops fit, but they fit pretty much through my whole pregnancy, aside from being tight through my belly. And a lot of my pants, there's some I can get into and some I can't, and some that I could wear comfortably and some that would be too tight. So it's just weird. It's only really, I only have an extra 6 pounds on me right now than what I had pre-pregnancy, but the shape of my body is so different that my sizes are not the same at all. Not at all. So that's kind of a frustration for me, because I, in my mind, think with the way the scale reads that I should be able to just get back into the same jeans and everything else I was wearing before, but it doesn't really work like that after you've had a baby. So trying to kind of keep it in perspective that, okay, you just had a baby, and it's okay if you're not wearing a size 12 anymore. So there's definitely work to be done in the gym, let's just put it that way. And I know where that work is, in my legs and my, abdomen and all that, but I'm on pelvic rest for 6 full weeks, so it'll be until mid-October before I can really get back into the gym. But the end is in sight. That's a good thing. The end is in sight, and I'm looking forward to my first, jog on the pavement or on the treadmill or wherever. I'm going to stop by my work today and say hi to everybody. This little guy can't go out anywhere for 6 weeks either, because of, the infection risk and flu risk and all that good stuff. But I'm going to go say hi to all my people, and that was so gross. My husband just cut the biggest part. Yeah, it was gross. So that's that. So we're doing well. My boobs are finally starting to dry up all the way, and they don't hurt anymore, which is fabulous, because let me tell you, if you don't breastfeed, your milk comes in anyway, and it hurts. It hurts to dry them out. So I'm very, very glad that that's about finished now. Okay, I think I told you guys everything, and probably more than you even wanted to know. He makes some of the most sour faces when he sleeps. Look at his hair. If I'm not even showing you there he is. Look at him. He has this fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy hair. Fuzzy hair. And it's very red tinged. It's very red colored, which is absolutely adorable. I love it. So, he's perfect. Alright, that's it for me, you guys. I will check in probably next week sometime. Try to. I know everybody wants to know how I'm doing with the baby and everything, and the answer is we're doing well. We're just busy keeping up with the baby's needs. So, love you. See you soon.